Oh boy, Coinbase is going public. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will talk everything about Coinbase IPO, how they make money, if their valuation makes sense, and if I would invest in this IPO. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing and smashing that like button since it really helps the channel out. Also, I have a completely free Discord group chat, which link for that is down in the description below. So I would assume that with Bitcoin latest run-up, most of you, if not all, have already either heard of Coinbase or already used their app, because Coinbase is the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the US by far and the third biggest one in the world after Binance and Huobi Global. It is based in San Francisco, and this is going to be, in my opinion, a really popular IPO and will also be a big day for the crypto market and the crypto space because it will be the first crypto exchange to go public. Now, as Brian Armstrong said, Coinbase CEO, this platform has a vision to create more economic freedom for every person and business because the current financial system is rife with high fees, unequal access, and barriers to innovation. He explains that the first time he read Bitcoin white paper, he realizes that this computer science breakthrough might be the key to unlock this vision of the future. Every payment could be as fast, cheap, and global as sending an email. Coinbase has 2.8 million monthly transaction users, 43 million verified users, $456 billion in lifetime trading volume, and $90 billion in assets on the platform, which I would assume most of the $456 billion in trading volume are pretty recent as crypto is going up massively right now. But how does Coinbase make money? First of all, with a Coinbase fee, which is charged to customers to all transactions. Then the margin fee, which is between 0 to 0.5% for crypto purchases and sales, depending on the market condition and how much you are buying or selling. Then they have Coinbase Commerce, which is a service that will allow softwares or e-commerce to accept crypto payments. Lastly, they will be introducing the Coinbase card, which is like any other debit card, which will allow anyone to pay anything with crypto. Now, they filed their S1 to go public throughout direct listing, which means that they are not going to be raising new capital for the company with new shares. This is the same process companies like Palantir use to go public. In 2020, they had a total revenue of $1.28 billion, which obviously is a huge growth from 2019 revenue, since they had $533 million in revenue, since obviously crypto have had more popularity this past year, and that is why we have seen this massive run up in Bitcoin. While crypto popularity increases, Coinbase revenue will most likely increase as well, since more and more people will be buying, selling, or doing more transactions with time. After all expenses, they reported a net income of $322 million, which is massive since last year they reported a net loss of $30 million. Obviously, as you can see, their expenses did increase. Almost all of them doubled, but that is what has helped them grow this much. They have doubled their marketing expenses, for example, but still it is not that huge amount of money since it is only $56 million. Still, they were able to be profitable with a margin of 25%. That is excellent in my opinion for this company. Now, on a quarterly basis, you can see that they have been having a nice revenue growth since March 2019, even though they saw a decrease in March and December in 2019, which I am almost sure both quarters Bitcoin had a decrease in price. Also notice that only those 2 quarters they lost money, meaning that they are able to be break even with, I would say, if they have a revenue of over $100 to $120 million on a quarterly basis. On their balance sheet, they have $1.06 billion in cash and cash equivalents, which more than doubled since 2019. Have a total asset of $5.8 billion and total liabilities of $4.3 billion. Obviously, their assets increased massively because they saw a growth in cash and cash equivalents, customer custodial funds. Obviously, almost everything else increased. Their crypto assets held, which is 30% of their amount of cash. Then there are other non-current assets, but the ones that I mentioned represents most of their assets. On their liabilities, they saw a massive increase in custodial funds due to customers and crypto assets borrowing. Also, their CEO said that we should expect volatility in their financials given the price cycles of the cryptocurrency industry. We may earn profit when revenues are high, and we may lose money when revenues are low, as we saw in their quarterly income statement. But their goal is to roughly operate the company at break-even, smooth out over time for the time being. Now, they are expected to continue growing by adding more customers, which in my opinion will be easy if Bitcoin keeps going up. Also, they are planning to expand the depth and breadth of assets and continue launching innovative products, just like their Coinbase Commerce and Coinbase Card. And obviously, there are some risk factors we have to take into consideration when investing in this company, because that could easily affect their valuation and our way of thinking of the company. But before talking about the risk and then my opinion about the company, remember that with Webull, you are able to track IPOs. You can already find Coinbase under the File tab and know exactly which day they are going public, what will be the stock price, and the valuation they are aiming for. Back to the risks. First of all, their operating results have and will significantly fluctuate due to the highly volatile nature of crypto. Then, their net revenue depends on the prices of crypto and volume of transactions done in their platform. Then, most of their net revenue derived from transactions with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and if the demand for these crypto assets decline and is not replaced by new crypto asset demand, their business could be affected. Also, a huge risk and very important one in my opinion is cyber attacks and security breaches of their platform, which would definitely affect their reputation and business as a result. And lastly, but also very important, is regulations. Any adverse changes to or our failure to comply with any laws and regulation could adversely affect their brand. So basically, their business get affected by Bitcoin and Ethereum volume, price, and popularity, meaning that we cannot expect their business to continue having a massive growth every single year if the crypto market popularity decreases, if Bitcoin and Ethereum prices decreases as well, as it has happened before. Meaning that this is kind of a seasonal business. Also, we have to keep in mind that if the government introduces new regulations that they are not able to comply with, they will get really affected. It sounds like nothing, but their business is mainly dependent on the crypto market. I would assume this used to happen when stock trading started, but stock trading has been around for years and years, and crypto is an industry that, in my opinion, is going to start growing and growing more and more, and will help companies like Coinbase to continue seeing a massive growth. Even more after companies like Tesla are buying Bitcoin, and companies like PayPal or Square are also getting into the crypto space. As I said, they have a total of 43 million verified users, which have been constantly growing since Q1 2018 at a very nice pace. On their monthly transaction users and crypto asset volatility, you can see what I was talking about before, how their business gets affected when the crypto market or popularity decreases. As you can see in Q1 2018, their transactions were massive, and it was then when Bitcoin started to fall after the first huge run up to $19,000. Then on Q1 2020, you can see how it started going up and up quarter over quarter, as Bitcoin started going up and up in price as well. Now let's talk about their valuation. In 2018, they had a valuation of $8 billion. Obviously, it has increased since Bitcoin has gone up from $8,000 to $50,000 since then, and we already talked about how Bitcoin affects Coinbase business. But Coinbase valued about $100 billion ahead of direct listing in a recent private market share ahead of its upcoming public listing. Coinbase could go public at a higher valuation than any other US tech company since Facebook. Let's be honest, a company that has $1.28 billion in revenue and $100 billion in valuation does not make a lot of sense. I do not have any other crypto exchange to compare it with, but I know that $100 billion valuation is a very rich valuation for this company. Still, do not know what the stock price will be and a confirmation of the valuation, but I will be tracking this IPO since I think it is worth investing in it if they have a good valuation. Obviously, no matter what and what their valuation is, when they go public, their stock will get very bullish and very hyped the very first day, because that is how the market is working right now. But I would recommend you watch it very closely, and if you decide to invest in this company, be very careful. Thank you everyone for watching. watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please smash that like button and subscribe since it really helps the channel out. Remember about the completely free Discord group chat, which the link for that is down in the description below. Thank you and see you next time.